What's up, Sparkman family? It's your boy Sparkman, and welcome back to another Market Watch. Today, we're talking about cards you should be buying right now. Keep your eye on because things are kind of being bought out in wild fashion, everybody. But before we do, we gotta give you the reminder that we are doing an entire case giveaway of the newest set coming out, Just Hunters. You'll see it. It's a few videos ago. It says huge giveaway. It's a free giveaway that is as well. You can't miss it. Like I said, one lucky winner, 12 boxes of the newest set Just Hunters, which is going to be fantastic. All you gotta do is subscribe, like, and comment in that video. But it is really fun and exciting stuff to happen on this channel because we do have another giveaway to announce next week. So make sure you stay tuned. But let's get back to Market Watch because that's why you're here. So first up on the docket, we're talking about Battles of Legend Monster Mayhem, the booster box, because it was at $45 only a few days ago, and now it's at $50. So it has increased in price. Still underwhelming for what a booster box usually holds at, right? $60, but definitely way under that price margin. However, like I said, went from 45 to 50, so there is certain increases. Now, this set is not really calling to a lot of meta people. Yes, there are certain cards that we are picking at and seeing that could be valued in time. However, this is more seen as a collection type of box. Why? Because of the chibi artworks. There's some stamps in it for certain archetypes. There's Starlight Raiders coming back. There's certain aspects to why this box can increase over time. I don't think it'll increase heavily right now, but it can start to increase slowly, and we're starting to see that a margin right here as well. So keep that all in mind as you're moving forward. Chibi artworks, though hated by some, they're loved by a lot as well. So just keep that in mind as you're moving forward if you are planning to pick up some chibi artworks, because I'm telling you, it's being slept on right now, and then when it gets bought out, people are going to want to come back and buy it to add to their binder, to use them. It's going to be, you'll see over time. Sparkman is never wrong. Sometimes, but for the most part, I'm right. All right, let's talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection playmat, because that's something that surprised me. I saw this for around $150, $200, quite a while ago, and I was like, you know what, I'll pick it up eventually. Yeah, I guess I can't pick it up anymore because look at the price tag, everybody. This is absolutely insane. And check out the price tag even for what's available out there right now. $779, $837, $782. Yeah, Sparkman got this one wrong because I should have picked it up and I didn't. Unfortunate. And if you do have it, congratulations, you are a millionaire. No, but like, it's absolutely insane where this has gone, right? I mean, almost $800 for this is absolutely wild, right? Absolutely wild. Yes, the last sold listing was at $500, so right now we're gonna still place the margin right now at $500 for this playmat, but that's still really wild, right? An increase that much is just shocking, especially for a playmat. Yes, it was very exclusive as a playmat, but damn, did not think it would be this much money. But that's the thing about the collection market out there. They really, you got to be really pinpointing what to buy, and this was missed. This was definitely missed by me for sure. All right, Duelist Savans coming out this week. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about. A lot of people are excited for this set, but also a lot of people are disappointed as well, as it is an underwhelming set that has been underwhelming for a lot of sets recently as well. We've talked about it. It's not something to pre-order. It's something to wait on initially, since we're seeing prices kind of like all over the place, but also just not favoring us right now, but also just not favoring just what the set really is, right? The set doesn't seem to be that great. Yes, there's some Art Mage stuff, there's some Vanquish Soul stuff, there's some Sky Striker stuff. Yes, there's some support stuff for older archetypes and current archetypes that are making its appearance here right now, and can do well over time. However, I do say so to wait because I just don't see these prices sticking to what it is. Can I be wrong? Sure, I'm no financial advisor. I'm also not a genius. I don't have a crystal ball in front of me, but I give you my best opinion on what the market will look like. And my opinion is right now is to wait. Now, there are cards to pick up and there will be buyouts. There will be things that we miss. Sure, it happens, right? Every Market Watch person is not perfect, including myself. And there will be things we miss. But there will be things that I will say that can increase over time. And one thing I will put you on, if you've not been put on already, because I think a lot of people have put people on this, is this Kaiba card. And from what I've spoken to, at least to the people that love Blue Eyes, that love Kaiba, they are saying no matter what, this is going to get bought out. People are going to buy into this, especially on TCG players. So one thing to note, though the price is at 50 right now, and it could decrease to maybe 40, 42, it will get bought out and it will increase over time. There's a lot of people right now that I've spoken to that are looking to buy this out, especially. So it can see itself increase over time very fast, and can drop right back down. right? It's one of those cards. It will see itself get bought out and, get the opportunity to buy in early. This way you can make some profits on it, but it will drop back down, especially as well as we've seen with a lot of QCRs and just Starlight Rares that's been out here in the market. They get their opportunity to succeed and then they go fall, right? So there's times and plays. So we'll see with this, with a lot of things. We'll keep our eye on this set, especially since it's just going to be nitpicking at certain things to see what can you really profit on. But like I said, I'll keep you on the know, and we'll talk about it as we move forward in the market watches to come. And should be fun. Should be fun to see where this set lands, and where certain prices of certain cards land, especially in this one as well. Blue Eyes White Dragon, the OTS Ultimate Rare. There are available copies right now. However, as of recording this at night, this is at 11:07 p.m. on 6/29, June 29th. Right, tomorrow's gonna be June 30th. With today, that I'm uploading this. There's 17 listings. I don't know what the listings are going to look like in the morning. However, I will tell you this much, that every time I have looked at the listings, I've seen listings appear and then see them vanish. And then, it just happens because people love Blue Eyes so much. People love this Ultimate Rare copy. And though there are some haters of it, there are more people that love it than hate it. I will say that much, right? And I will say this as well. Quality control, Konami needs to really figure this shit out. Like, really, really, really figure this shit out. I see a lot of people open up OTS packs and get little dents in the corner. There's something wrong with the card. Like, they need to figure this out. This is one of those situations where they need to get these things right, especially for a card like this, right? Now, it is a beautiful card. The ones that are near mint, the ones that are minty, that look great, sure. But if you're opening an OTS pack, right, and you pull it and it's something wrong, it does feel a little bit like you do feel a little hurt, because you're like, why me, right? It's one of those situations. Now, it's still a beautiful card nonetheless. Pulling it and there's a little damage, sure, you still feel happy getting the card. It just feels a little bit like frustrating. So hopefully Konami does fix this moving forward. We've talked about it countless for years now. The quality control is terrible, especially these last few years. They just gotta nip that in the bud. They really gotta work on that. So that's something we can discuss on another video, but it is just frustrating to see that a lot of copies that are being put on the market as well, they have to put them as lightly played because they're getting them as lightly played. So definitely it's frustrating. We do have available copies, like I said, under 200. They're still being sold for over 200 on eBay, as I've seen last few days. And like I said, right now TCG Player has some listings for under 200. However, as I've said it, as soon as I see listings appear, they start to disappear. So that's something to consider as well. So definitely get your copies while you still can. I do say that this will continuously increase in price over time. If you get a PSA grade 10 version, I mean, I can only imagine where that will end up going in price. Sky's the limit for that price. Number 67, it definitely does need a reprint. It has gone up a lot in price, so something to consider as well. Something that we are hoping that does appear as a reprint in the future, and very soon that is as well. Blue Eyes White Dragon from the QCR, from the 20th Anniversary Ultimate Kaiba set, is something that I have been keeping my eye on because, listen, I don't think this is a bad card, right? I do like the artwork to a certain extent. I know it's a QCR. I know it's very exclusive because it was in that briefcase. I get it, right? Not a lot of people bought it. There's very low listings. Not people want to put them out there because they're holding it for their collection. I get all that. However, should this price be holding at around $400+? Personally, no. But I also do get it, right? I also get it as to why it's there. It's because of the exclusivity. We talked about it with the playmat just now, right? With the early days collection. It's the same regard. It's because of how exclusive it is and what's available in the market. If there's 11 listings, it's going to be high in price, especially for something like this. And I say this, it's going to be unfortunate, but, people like to buy these things out. And this is going to get to close to $800, $900. It's going to get there in time. Like I said, people love their Blue Eye stuff. We've seen it with Masia. We've seen it now with the Ultimate Rare. This one eventually will get there. It will. And I have no doubt about it. And I can only imagine where the PSA versions of these cards will go. A lot of them probably did get PSA 10s because they did a good job printing this one. For the most part, I will say. So this will be definitely interesting where this lies the next few years, especially. This one too. I mean, this is exclusive, even though they re-waived it technically. This is still an expensive card. I did not buy the stainless steel stuff because I'm not a fan of it. I would have bought it, yes, for this card, sure. At the same time, I didn't want to shell out the money because I was focusing on other things to buy. Missed opportunity for myself for sure. I do see that. But a lot of people I know that did buy it and did get this card, they are jumping around in joy right now because, again, I mean, you look at the price, you see what it is, you're like, damn, like this is insane, right? I have a lot of money in this card right here. So good for you getting it. And if you do have it, if you are considering getting it, I will say this can only go up, right? This can only go up. I don't see them re-waving it again, unless they really are money hungry. I mean, I won't be surprised about that either. But at the same time, if they don't, this can go above $1,000. This can go above $1,300. This can continuously go up over the years. It's that exclusive of a card, to be honest with you. No matter if they re-waved it, it's that exclusive, right? It was expensive to buy into it initially anyways, so this can only go up in price over time, especially. I will say it's the same with the briefcase. It's the same with all the other things, right? Only unless they re-wave it, right? Then we start seeing a drop down in margin and price, and that's something to consider and worry about for sure in the back of your head. But with Konami, you always have to be worried about that because they are the type of company that will feast on trying to make money, and if they see an opportunity to do it, they will. And especially with the prices we're seeing with a lot of these exclusive stuff, they might take the opportunity to re-wave it. So it's always something to keep in the back of your head, but it's a card definitely that if they don't, it can continuously go up for sure. Divine Arsenal Double Asus Sky Thunder, the Ultimate Rare. I've talked about this card for the past few months. It's still hovering around $22, $23. Listen, it's 30 listings. It's getting low, but at the same time, it's a low price. Buy it. Just have it. You never know. This card can't go up very fast in price, for sure. Okay. Something I know I saw and I want to note is that the market price for this is $14 or $15 really, if you round up. However, if you want a whole display case, it's $64 market price. That math does not math, by the way. Because you're getting 8 structure decks, right? Is it 8? Right? Yeah, 8 structure decks for this price, and 1 for the math doesn't math, everybody. So do with that what you will, but something just to consider, because this is a structure deck that I can see doing well over time as well, just for collection value as well. But it is very strange how the market works sometimes, and where things are in the market and how they are priced at. Just all strange things for sure. Herald of the Arclight, this one is getting bought out for Yummy reasons. Yummy is obviously one of the decks that is going to be insane. So this why this card is getting bought out specifically. This was under $10. It's now above $20. Can this get bought out even more and go further up in price? 100%. It surely can. It's just one of those cards that is holding and will hold a high price point because it is a QCR, and it is easily bought out for a set that is no longer cheap to even buy into. So that is something to really note as well. Okay, dinos is something that keeps on getting overlooked, and it's something that I really want people to understand, especially with the steady increase in price. Buy in early, everybody. These QCRs are really cheap, man. These are under $10. Like I said, we've seen a lot of under $10 cards go up in price, and we're about to take a look at some of those cards that have been under $10 that have skyrocketed as well, just in a few seconds. Evil's Lars is another great one. I mean, Duelist Nexus, I mean, it is a very terrible set in terms of what we see in the price value, but there's so much core things that have seen itself done well in times. Crimson Dragon, Evil's Lars, for example. I know there's another card there, and I'm forgetting its name right now. It's a Chimera card. You guys know what I'm talking about. But a lot of these cards have done well in this set, especially. It's just given time, they do well, right? It just there needs to be certain cards that come out to give those cards a juice, and it has happened, right? Fusion Armament is another card I've talked about a lot on the channel as well. It's a card that definitely is underwhelming in that set as well. There's a lot of good cards in this set. It really is. Time and there's a time for that set to really go off. I'm telling you. King Sarcophagus is a card that I wish I didn't sell. I sold the QCR version of this as well, and I'm really beating myself up in the head about it because, I mean, we're a few listings away from that $90 price tag. I think this probably would get a reprint as a Starlight Rare eventually, maybe down the line. But right now, damn, this price is going up for this card especially, so keep that in mind moving forward. SPL9, we've talked about this card extensively. It was at 5, now it's at 10 for your cheapest copy. I mean, it's no surprise. Staple cards go up over time, especially meta relevant staple cards. Infinite Permanence, Forbidden Droplet, SPL9. All these cards go up over time because they are playable, they are usable, they need to be in your deck or extra deck, right? And it's a must. One thing to note, this $300 SPL9 QCR is now above $400, and don't tell me it's not $400. There is sold listings at $450, everybody. That is insane. So there are listings that are being sold for that price. So those are things to consider as well. Can this get a reprint as a Starlight Rare? Possibly. I wouldn't put it past Konami, but Komani things, right? So things to consider as well moving forward. Fire Formation Tenki, a card that saw itself increase heavily. I talked about it. Under $10 cards as a QCR are something to just note and just understand that these cards will go up given time. Given time, they are printed as a QCR for a reason. There are cards that will go up because of a specific archetype that gets support. Things that just make these cards relevant again, right? And this what happens when a card becomes relevant, or people just buy into a card for certain purposes, they go up. And this is out now $30+, right? It was $10 only a few months ago. 30 plus now, everybody. I told everybody about Fire Formation Tenki as well. A lot of these cards are cheap from the start. Buy in early at cheap QCRs because you can only see yourself go up in price for these, right? Like these are easy buying opportunities when you see these cheap QCRs. Number 60 is another one, right? Now, yes, I understand it's a very cheap QCR, but again, it's not going to be cheap too long because we're, all these listings and we're right here, right? At 10. So, I mean, it'll get there. It'll get there for sure. And these copies become really expensive. Fossil Dyna is another one, right? We're at 11 listings, everybody. And we're approaching 30 to even, look at this, everybody, a few listings from $40 to $50, right? There's only a few listings left. And we're talking about a set like Bonanza where people are not opening up. People are not opening up Bonanza, Stampede, and Rare Collection 1. Rare Collection 2, even, because, that set in general is not really worth opening up or just keeping sealed in general, so I don't which way you want to go there, but the Rare collections just in general, they are not being opened, so the listings don't appear as fast as you want them to, and then they go up in price and they hold at that price. So that is something that I try to really get to the head of all of you, because it's just saving money at that point, right? If you buy in early, you don't have to spend the crazy amount of money, just like you are with this one. Instant Fusion, right? A card that was, we look at the card, it was, from what I remember even, this was like under 10. I know it says 12, I remember this being under 10, like realistically. And now we're approaching 20, right? We're approaching 20, and then sky's the limit for this one because we're at 9 listings. So you get to make the market for what it is. So, buy in early, man. Buy in early to these cheap QCRs. Buy in early to cheap Starlight Rares, especially because we're going to be talking about Starlight Rares for the next few months, years even. So until the 30th anniversary, so that should be something. But it's opportunities for you to really make some money, especially if you're looking to buy in early and sell, or you're just looking to get cards for your your deck that you're trying to make and stuff. So there's a lot of things to consider for sure. Let me know what you think about today's Market Watch, what cards we missed, what cards we should cover in the next Market Watch. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's Market Watch. Make sure to go enter that giveaway. It's going to be absolutely insane to whoever wins. And like I said, it's a free giveaway, 12 boxes to one lucky winner. Like I said, there's a few videos ago, it says huge giveaway. All you gotta do is subscribe, like, and comment in that video. But I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. We are growing. I got some big news to announce in the next week or so. We're doing another giveaway. It's going to be huge, a huge giveaway. So make sure to go and stay tuned to the channel. And more surprises to come because we've got some even more good news beyond that as well. So thank you again, everybody. I appreciate you. And like I said, leave your comments down below. I want to hear what your thoughts, your opinions about today's Market Watch. But from your Sparkman, we'll catch you next one. Please subscribe and comment, and peace out, YouTube.